Pick up a signal. We should. Hello? We think we're live. Rotate device. Why do I have to rotate the device? Now that makes no sense at all.
So that's not the way you want it.
That's going to point up on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So people are going to have to watch it sideways.
It's live already, yeah.
Oh my God, we're live, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't know how we're going to do this.
We'll need a camera person.
Yeah, I'm going to be the camera person.
No, just put it there.
Is anybody here? I can't even read the comments though. George, let's wait. Somebody is here. Okay, tell me if we are sideways or what. We tried to go landscape, it didn't work. George, that's so far away, I can't read any comments. Hello, Lisa. Okay, are we normal? Do we look normal? Shirley Vick, hello. I cannot do this from this distance, George. Okay, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, George.
Well, I put it like
Yes, it's way too far. Here's George. Just hold it up and talk to them.
Hey everybody. Mr. Spencer is here as well.
Well, hello there, everybody.
Hello, the world.
The world is
Lisa
watching.
is here.
Hello, here I am. Hi, Jay Galt. Hope you could... All right, I'm just going to do this for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, because I tried to do landscape. It did not work. Okay, is everybody in? You know, it doesn't matter if you don't see me, does it, ladies and gentlemen? Really? You've seen me every week.
But it's lounging with Lisa.
I know.
Not lounging with Spencer and George.
Yeah, but you're guests. I'll just do this.
More Floridian.
Can you see us all now? Okay. This is just going to be... Hi, George. Hi, Spencer. Loving the shades.
Why, thank you.
We are just going to do this where I'm not really in the picture other than this. And you can ask George and Spencer questions. This is my son, Spencer. Wave, honey.
Hello there.
And George.
George isn't the same.
Hey.
George is from Poland. He's an evacuee from Key Largo. I'm sorry I went blank, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to be outside of the thing for a little bit. Okay.
They call him the Polish Prince down in Florida.
Look, here's my arm. That shows that I'm here. Can everybody go press like, even though this is the most insane live show I've ever done? Please.
I mean, I like it.
Okay. Now, these two are going to be in. George is a fascinating guy. I'll give you a little bit of his history. And then if you have a question, you can ask. And you can also ask my son, Spencer. In fact, let's ask Spencer a question. Can anybody... Is there anything you want to ask him? My son, Spencer, like how the hell he puts up with being born in this family or whatever.
Sounds like you asked.
Yeah, I'm asking a question. Spencer, hi, Pat Hacker. Say hi to Pat Hacker.
Hi, Pat Hacker.
Here's what I'm going to do before we get going. I'm going to go ahead and read the subs of the week, which is really the loungers of the week, ladies and gentlemen. You're live.
We're live.
We are live.
Total. You look lively. Okay.
Penguins are watching.
Digital Diva, Saint Marie, and Shirley Vick are the loungers of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan's here. Wave to Jordan. He's my moderator producer.
Hello,
How you
Jordan,
doing?
moderator producer.
Jordan, I tried to turn this landscape and it wouldn't work. It told me to turn it back, so we're just... There's Nicholas. He lives in Mexico. Say hello.
Hola.
Nicholas.
Hola, Nicolas. ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah, George speaks Spanish, Nicholas, so... Did that butthole just call us minions? What butthole? Oh my God, this is too much. Anyhow.
I ain't calling you all minions.
Did you... Who's a butthole? Forget
I
it.
would assume me. I tend to be.
Oh, okay. He tends to be one, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas says he's bien. Okay, here's the deal. You guys are going to ask questions of these two for now. We're not going to play the game today. We'll play it tomorrow. And, you know, we're just getting to know each other here. So I'll try, I have an idea. Ask Spencer and George a question, see if you can stump them. And I'll read the question. How's that?
Sounds lovely.
Go ahead. It can be political, whatever. You can ask George about his homeland, which is Poland. You can ask Spencer about his homeland, which is Conneaut Lake, PA.
You can ask us anything.
How does it feel working for the 1% as you are the 99%? Spencer, answer.
It's as dehumanizing as you could imagine. I've sold out my ideals in the name of a paycheck, and for that, every day of my life is a pointless grind. I'm waiting to someday escape this never-ending nonsense of making sure that some rich person's vacation is pleasant.
Did you hear that answer, ladies and gentlemen? My God. Okay. Freighter Watcher is asking, did you hear Spencer's answer? Press 1 if you could hear Spencer, and then I'm going to get on to Pat Hacker's question and then Freighter Watcher. Could you hear the child answer? Okay, good. We got ones galore. Spencer, love your honesty. Going back in the chat, George, what are your favorite herbs when cooking?
Herbs.
What are your favorite while cooking?
I think garlic, onion. I don't know.
Garlic and onion?
Yeah.
Garlic and onion, ladies and gentlemen. That was from Pat Hacker. Okay. Freighter Watcher says, George, what's the most interesting place you have seen in the United States?
In the United States. I don't know. I think Hawaii probably. Yeah, Hawaii is beautiful.
There you go.
And well, then on the way from Key Largo, we passed several states. Those mountains was beautiful.
West Virginia, the mountains of
West Virginia, probably,
amazing,
yeah.
Beautiful place.
Pennsylvania reminds me a little bit of my homeland, you know, especially at this time of the year, you know, when you have all these leaves, trees changing the colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to move on. Spencer, do you know Sturgill Simpson's music?
I am not familiar.
There, that was an easy answer.
Yes.
Pat Hacker says garlic and onion can't go wrong. And then onion and garlic are essentials indeed. Okay, throw out another question. This is fun. I love the 1% question. That was good.
Solid question.
Spencer, look at the thing.
I get that a lot.
George, you look stunning. George made us a delightful meal last night. Remember, Mother ordered us to an emergency family dinner. Only in our family would we have an emergency dinner.
Yes.
I mean,
everything seems to be emergency.
Yeah.
Nicholas says, check out that guy in reference to your previous answer, OMG, about the 1%.
I certainly will. We're taking notes, so I have a 23-hour drive after this, and I'll have nothing but time to look at anything. If there's anything you would like me to research, you know, I need
Aw,
time.
Shirley Vick says Spencer is handsome man. George, Shirley Vick, you're one of the loungers of the week. I know it's very much an honor. Try to hang on to yourself and try not to let your, head grow too big. Okay. Freighter Watcher says, if you became independently wealthy, how would you spend your time? Spencer first.
Oh, that's a good question. I would eat better food. I'd probably become a vegetarian.
Would you give money to Mom?
Well, yeah, I would support my family, first priority. Second priority, become a vegetarian because I disagree with the entire meat industry. I would quit smoking because I wouldn't be stressed out because I'd be rich. Help sort
Can
of
you look at the
charities.
screen? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, what was your last thing?
I'm just dazzled by the beauty that is nature and our lovely property here.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
Anyhow, what was the last thing you said?
Basically, do some charity work and travel. That's the biggest thing. Travel and, better acquaint myself with the world.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, here's a question for George. How do you deal with floods in Holland? He's not from Holland, honey. He's from Poland. Well, Freethinker, I wanted to tell him he better give me some money. That's what I said. Anyhow.
Well, charitable donations.
George, you answer the... George is going to... Oh, wait. Ask... Mick's here. Mick Boyle.
Mick!
Mr. Mick!
Get over here, Mick.
Get over here, Mick.
Come on, Mick Boyle. Yeah, baby.
What are you doing?
Here I am. Rocky like a hurricane.
Hello.
Okay. Ask George to sing something in Polish.
Oh, really? No, it's not going to happen.
Oh, come on, George. I've always wanted to hear your beautiful Polish voice.
Okay.
That Polish rap
Mark
song.
Damon is here from England.
Ah.
I thought George was from Holland. No, Poland. Okay, get another question this time for George, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, there's 7 people here. Can everybody press like?
Everybody loves it.
This is so funny. We have all this space above us. George and I get to judge the chili cook-off in a little bit.
I get to do laundry.
That's okay. Pat Hacker says he's Polish. Damn, I'm out of the loop. What's your national anthem? Do you have one?
Oh yeah, of course.
Sing it.
Really?
Yes, he's gonna sing his national anthem.
Really?
Go. Yes.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła, póki my żyjemy. Co nam obca przemoc wzięła, szablą odbierzemy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski. I can't believe I'm singing a Polish national anthem, bro.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
Nicholas has a question. What does George think about Polish politics in general?
What do I think about Polish politics in general?
Yes.
Well, I mean, right now the very right kind of, the government which we have now, everybody was saying like, it's all this conservative, very conservative way of, dealing with things. But, overall, I think it was a good thing that actually we have the government which we have now, which didn't allow all this float of, people from, like
Right.
Syria and all that.
Like you wanted a little bit of
basically,
control over that.
what you see right now happening in Europe is, it happened because of basically of European Union, which I believe is destroying itself right now. I believe, it's almost over. Like, it should be.
Well, you can break up
anytime
from
soon.
you could break up from the banksters that control that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the main problem with the entire European Union structure, because it still has sort of a centralized.
So I believe, right
banking
now.
system.
Oh,
right-
absolutely, yeah.
So
yeah.
right now,
Without that,
probably
it could be
Poland
good.
is like the safest, one of the safest places to live in Europe.
Oh,
That's
okay.
for sure.
Mark Damon just said he's English, by the way. He lives in
Yeah.
England.
I've been living in England for the past.
Oh,
3
that's
years.
right. He lived in England.
In London, yeah.
Okay, he said the Polish are great. F you to the EU.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
don't
I
say.
understand,
Oh,
yeah.
don't say the F word on here,
Yeah.
please, because mother.
Yeah.
Sorry, and Spencer, watch your language. I'm sure.
Certainly.
My producer says, while Europe and America needs to stop bombing the Middle East if they want to slow immigration via refugees fleeing said bombs. I agree with that. I do.
totally agree.
Yeah, we have to have some compassion. Free thinker. Yeah, I mean those Trumpsters, they bust in for Trump's speech. Was that representative of the majority of Poland, George? Do you know that?
Well, one thing is stop the immigration. I mean, we all have to, after what, all of the West governments, let's say, they do, like most of the times it's like, I don't really agree with this, but also the people which are coming over, like the whatever government which gets to deal with them at first, obviously Europe talking about, they should check who are these people,
Right, more
because
vetting.
you would say about human rights, to help people who are running out of the war, but to make long story short is that the first country which they arrive, that's the country they should stay, because the country is not in war as the place they are running from. But what is happening, most of these people, they just go to Germany or Sweden, where it's like, free welfare and they get things for free. And look, I'm Polish. I've been 20 years almost out of Poland. I live in several countries, and I speak English. I learn myself. I speak fluent Spanish. So anybody who comes to whatever country, I think the less they could do is at least to learn the language, And what's your friend name, Matt, in England?
Yeah,
This
Mark.
guy?
Mark.
Mark, yeah. So Mark probably he could say something about this, what has happened in Europe, in England, that you have people from whatever countries which they don't want to, how you call? They don't want to.
Okay.
They don't really want to take the English culture or way of living in England. They just kind of separate, making like their own countries in the country they're living. Well, the way I think is that like when I move to States, I have to kind of live the way and respect people live in here. You can't bring your culture or your religion, and make somebody to accept it, because on the end of the day I am the guest in here, so I have to follow the rules of the country which I'm in. That's
Okay.
what I think.
Like,
That's it.
all
No
I
long
would
speech,
all
man.
I would like to say is sort of a brief rebuttal to the point is essentially, yes, in a perfect world more vetting would be lovely, but in a lot of instances you can't properly vet people coming in from a country that doesn't have proper records or is not disclosing those records because the government itself does not want them to leave. and they're leaving because of our perpetual war
Yes.
over essentially an oil pipeline.
Yes,
So
and
if you
other
wanna-
things, banking stuff
if
and
you
all
want
that.
to talk about, say, you know, yeah, they get in a truck and they killed 100 people and injured 100 more, whatever. You think about that a lot because, of course, it's plastered all over the news. You see it every minute of the day
The
because
fake
that's your priority. That's all you care about is what's happening in a Western, developed, wonderful country. But no one gives a damn about the thousands of people that are dying every day due to our direct involvement in the country that they're fleeing from. No one cares about those lives.
Except for us.
Well, yeah,
We care.
we're
Okay, wait,
separate.
I'm
talking
sorry.
about the media that would bring you to that point.
Let
But
me-
I agree with if you're going to a place, learn the language. But of course, this is all, you didn't leave because you were a refugee. You left because you were looking for better opportunities, mostly fiscally and the adventure. But if you were leaving a country that's being blown up and you fear for your life, you can't just learn the language overnight.
Right.
And the culture shock, you might be kind of pissed off when you get to the European Union or America because they're the ones perpetuating the war, making you have to leave in the first place. So I would understand why you wouldn't be so quick to indulge in their ideals and philosophies.
Yeah, it's not
Thank
about...
you, Spencer. That was lovely. That was great. We got to
Oh,
move
yeah,
on. We got to move on.
We'll talk more.
Okay, let's see.
We have a long car ride. We
Nicholas
can go.
said, thank you, Spencer. And don't forget, climate change is a refugee driver. Good point.
Yep.
Also, somebody back here, Freighter Watcher says, oh, by the way, St. Marie, you're a subscriber of the week. You're a lounger of the week. George, did you find American people as friendly and welcoming? And were you ever mistaken for a Russian?
Ever mistaken from Russian?
Yeah,
means-
did anybody ever think you were Russian?
No.
Okay.
Ukrainian,
Do you
though.
find Americans to be friendly?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. We'll just, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Spencer. Oh, we already said that. And then Nicholas points out about the orchestrated climate change as well with the trails and all that. Yes, they've been into it. Okay. Freethinker says, you go, Spencer. Thumbs up, Pat Hacker. Okay.
Thank you, Pat.
All right, next, a question for George or Spencer, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Lisa. I'm here finally, but you guys need to check out Alan T. Miller, the channeler. Okay, check out what he says about the sun and how it affects people on Earth. Okay, I will do that. Buddy, leave it in the comment section, please. Buddy Bates. Say hello to Buddy Bates.
Hello there,
Bye,
buddy.
bye.
Bates.
How you doing?
Okay. We have 8 people. This is wonderful. I'm delighted. Let's go ahead and
Get up to double numbers here.
double numbers. Spencer keeps looking away. Oh, Pat Hacker wants to know, labor unions in Poland, are they still important?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, great. Okay, that's from Buddy Bates. Sorry about this bizarre thing where I'm not really in it, but you don't care to see me, do you? I should have put Spencer's name on here, but I wasn't sure if he'd make it. They're leaving at 10 o'clock tonight. So,
Off on the great American tour back down south. Unfortunately, while we're going through those beautiful mountains again, it's going to be nighttime. So
here, I moved that a little bit to show you guys better. Okay, do you have any comments about Spencer? Anything like what a delightful job I did raising him? Freethinker says, we don't care, Lisa. We see you enough. Lisa, Spencer is awful cute. You should have told me before, LOL. Nicholas.
Stop.
He's gay. He's 70. He lives in Mexico.
Well, thank you, gay Nicholas, who's 70, who lives in Mexico.
Oh, my
We-
God.
We come to see you. We come to see you one day.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was funny, Nicholas. Did you hear? Oh, he has a guest house. Can they come see you, please? I love my description of you, Nicholas. He's gay, he's 70, he lives in Mexico, yeah. Okay,
Great improvising.
total. All right, are you still doing the rocks? Wait a second. St. Marie says, hey, Lisa, are you still doing the rocks? Painting on them, sure, yeah. Well, not lately. I have a lot already done. Okay, do you have anything wonderful? Sunglass coolness, not buying it. I don't understand what that means. You two look charming on here. Wonder if I sat on the ground if it would. I don't really need to be in here. Air Jordan, Alan T. Miller channel. We have to remember that, Alan T. Miller channel. Speaking of spraying the skies, it's been clear today completely. It was clear Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday they started spraying us like bugs, and Monday they did. So, anyhow. Okay, we have 10 people here right now.
There we go, double
That's
digit.
good, that's good. That's my... George is very snackish, says Jordan.
What is snackish mean?
It means attractive.
Really?
It's a word I use.
Like
Okay.
if I were to wake up at midnight and I was just wanting to nibble on something, I'd probably come find you, I think is the overall meaning of that.
Hey, which one of y'all told me that Ocean Reef Club is kind of a swinger place? Was it George? Oh, wait, maybe better. Forget it. Disregard the question.
Don't say things like that.
Okay, I won't. I forgot. I thought you were...
I'm there.
Okay. Anyhow, I'll ask George a question. I'll ask Spencer and George a question. What's been the most, I don't know, delightful part about visiting Conneaut Lake?
George?
George?
I think, you know, meeting your mother probably. She's a lovely, lovely lady.
Yes, she is. And somebody here says, St. Marie says, they're both snackish. Oh my God. Go ahead, Spencer, and then Watcher has a really deep question for both of you. Go ahead. Spencer, favorite part of being here?
Oh, certainly you're a lovely mother as well. Very hospitable, wonderful woman.
My mother. Okay. Watcher asks, have you ever thought about reincarnation, and what would you like to come back as? George? Reincarnation, have you ever thought about it? And if so...
Wow.
Can I have one of George's cigarettes, please?
Sure.
Thanks, George.
Spencer, have you thought about
I
it?
think, you know, I don't know.
He's thinking.
I don't know.
A leaf.
I guess if so, I'd take dolphin. They're pretty smart. You get to do the whole ocean thing. They kill sharks, so you know I'd be feared amongst the ocean. Dolphins. I heard some rumors and allegations of dolphins raping. Oh,
Hey,
no,
look,
they
I'm going to
can
move this
kill
down a little bit.
sharks.
There we go.
No, I know a little bit about dolphins. They can kill sharks. They'll ram
Oh, yeah,
them.
they do. They
Yeah,
bump
they'll
them.
murk them. They don't care.
I thought about it, and a cat would be pretty good, I think. A cat.
That would be good. Cat would be a solid one.
Mother is a treasure for sure, says... I can't read that out loud, Nicholas, because I shouldn't have said that to begin with. So just disregard. The gay dolphin... Oh, God, Nicholas. The gay dolphins are the ones, no doubt, who kill them var sharks. Nicholas is very much a grammarian. Grammarian. Lisa comes back. Oh, Galt! Oh, my God, Galt! I love you. Flipper and Chuck E. Cheese. Does George have any opinion as a Swedish person? He's not Swedish, honey. He's Polish. We can just switch to Polish. On the Islamic rape gang epidemic, overblown or underreported. Do you know if the...
In Sweden?
Yeah, do you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the result of the, you know, wrong politics from European Union, and especially, you know, Angela Merkel, who said 2 years ago, everybody is welcome, and now basically...
Oh, wait.
The whole...
He says disregard his comments, so we will. We always follow what you want here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, George.
You did it now.
Well, it's all right. Let's see. No, keep it going. Wait a minute. Chuck E. Cheese, what do you want, Angel? My little sweetie. I love Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of different people here. Is Pasha here yet? Hi, Lisa from Cynthia Lee. Hello, welcome. We're doing something a little different today, Cynthia Lee. My son is here. Raise your hand, Spencer. That's my child. This is his friend George and our friend George from Poland.
No Sweden, no Germany, Poland.
Yeah, Poland.
Poland.
L-A-N-D, P-O-L-N. No, I can't spell Poland.
P-O-L-A-N-D.
One L, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, have you ever... Wait. Thanks, how... Oh, Cynthia Lee says, thanks, how are you? Hi, son and George. I'm pretty good. This is a bizarre thing, though, because I thought we could all fit in here. I was going to turn it to landscape. I had it on landscape. It told me to turn it back. So I'm on the sidelines reading. Oh, St. Marie asked a question. Scroll up. All right, hang on, honey. Since you are the lounger of the week, I will do this for you. Okay, George from St. Marie. Ask George if he notices a difference in people here in different states. Like, are people in this state of Pennsylvania, do they act different than Florida people or Hawaiian people or whatever, West Virginia? Very good question, St. Marie. Do you notice a change in people, like, from state to state?
Well, I mean, the only difference that I could say that, in Florida is mostly like Latin people. I would say 80% of the population of Florida speaks Spanish, and mostly the Latin. Down here in Pennsylvania, like I haven't met any people from any other countries really, So, I mean, that's the only difference I could
really
say,
from other states
Yeah,
over
I
here.
didn't. Yeah.
Florida is not a typical state, says Pat Hacker. That's true. Okay. And Jordan's laughing. Jordan, you're so cute. Your profile picture's different. Aren't you guys glad you don't have to see me today? Okay. Chuck E. Cheese is saying you seem to have a good amount of knowledge, a surprising amount of knowledge, whether you're Swedish or Polish. So, that's nice. Cynthia Lee says, no, I'm not sure to whom she is saying this. We love seeing you. Well, here I am. I'll just do this, except for my breast might be exposed. We have 14 people here, ladies and gentlemen. We had 17 last week. That was somewhat of a record.
Shatter those records.
Do you think Spencer looks like me at all? Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, I'll ask a question of somebody. George, I understand you've been to Antarctica. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Antarctica, probably is one of the most beautiful places I ever seen, because I would say, it's not like a typical destination where people go, for holidays. There is like 3 months in a year that you can really go. There's like late November until February. So yeah, definitely I would recommend if you ever get chance somehow to go there, it's definitely something worth to see.
Okay, I have a question about Antarctica. Hi, Came the Dawn. This is for my UFO type viewers. Did you see any UFOs down there? Supposedly there's some secret base and a lot of weird stuff going on.
Only penguins and wildlife.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
The what?
An unidentified flying object.
I don't think so. And
Spencer, have you seen one?
No.
Okay. Well, that ended that. Do you know any good Polish jokes?
Oh, really?
No, not really. Okay, this is wonderful. 13 people here. Can everybody press thumbs up who just arrived? That would be delightful. Press 1 if you've ever seen a UFO, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pressing 1 because I saw one as a teenager. Press 1 if you believe you've seen a UFO. Jordan? So far is the only one. Press 2 if you haven't, I guess. Press 2 if you haven't, but you want to.
I'll press 2.
Spencer, what's the wild... Oh, everybody's pressing 2. 1, Nicholas Miller. Spencer, what's the wildest thing you've ever done? Forget that your mom is here. Oh, my... That story, you can't tell it. Okay.
Oh, no, I can't tell that. I guess in terms of legality and whatnot, there was a gentleman who was hit by a car right outside this home, and I picked him up. His name was Dale. He had a swastika on his hand, but I didn't mind. He was dying, and his rib had collapsed into his stomach, and he was just sort of dying, passing in and out of consciousness, and I took him to his house, and I asked, do you want me to call 911? He was like, that ain't my style, Holmes, and they passed out, and he just kept waking up screaming and confused. Police actually followed me there, but they didn't pull me over. That would have been funny if they did. And then, I took him to his home, and his kids were crying and everything. It was real emotional. And then the police showed up and thought that I hit him, and that was the whole thing. That was just an interesting, odd thing that happened to me, but, not the wildest thing, but certainly a fun story.
Well, Nicholas said, that's pretty damn wild, all right. Let me go back a little bit, see if I missed.
He later died.
He later died, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm kidding. He was fine.
Did not. He made that up. George, what was Barcelona like? I hear Spain is beautiful.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every different region of Spain, has so much different culture to offer. you know, like different food, different wine, different, you know, cuisine. You know, Barcelona is very, how you say, cosmopolitan city. Beautiful, a lot of culture, amazing architecture. The good thing about it is, like, you know, it's right at the, you know, you got access to the sea, and about 3 hours drive you can be in the, you know, mountains like Pyrenees. You can go to France. Yeah, beautiful city, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna ask my son a question.
You should
You ready?
get yourself ticket and go, you know.
Okay, Pat, I'll get to that in a minute. Spencer, if you could travel to any country, like right now, free of charge, all expense paid trip, where would you go? He's
Peru.
thinking. Spencer picks Peru. Nicholas, have you been to Peru? That sounds good. I'd like to go there as well. I don't know. I'd probably take Germany or England, actually. I could stay with Mark Damon, since he's my chat concubine. Okay. How does George finance his travels?
How do I finance my travel? Well, basically, well, you know, after being living in Barcelona, you know, I got the idea to get a job which would pay me for my travel. So basically, you know, that's the reason I start to work on cruise ships, which, you know, like, obviously is not easy job to do, because, you know, the contracts are between 4 or 6 months. It's a tough job, but, you know, at the same time you get to see the world, and you get to see, you know, like, travel for free basically, and you still get paid for it, you know. So
working on the cruise ships allowed you to...
working on a cruise ship, you know, but then obviously that depends which company, whatever, but, you know, overall I've been for free in so many different countries, you know. And as I always mention, nowadays, you know, traveling is not what it used to be. So what I'm saying is, like, you can go from few $100 from the States to Europe, you know, and once you get to Europe, then, you know, moving around Europe is cheap as well, you know.
Okay.
So I think anybody can afford it, you know. It's just about planning and buying the ticket.
Can you move in a little, or somebody crowd in a little bit? Okay, here's some comments here. Nicholas Miller says, Spencer, smart choice, Peru. And he did some things I can't pronounce. And Pat Hacker wants to know if you cook. No, he actually is a bartender. And then Kane the Dawn's talking about the Prime Directive. But I think in terms of the Prime Directive, I think the major reason why the UFOs are covered up has to do with free energy and anti-gravity technology that's being hidden from us. Why does everybody keep getting further away? I keep having to turn this. George,
I moved up.
Okay, George, like, lean in a little bit. Okay, Freethinker had a question above for George. I'm going to scan up. George, what was the biggest culture shock coming to the U.S.? I ask him that for my column as well. I can answer it. See, now I'm hitting this.
What was the most
You said that you were
shocking
shocked that... Remember you said
Yeah,
that
well, I mean,
Americans didn't
there's
travel.
that, like, people don't travel in here. You know, as I said a couple of minutes ago, that, you know, nowadays that, you know, you can do traveling for not big amount of money, you know. So that, you know, meeting people, like, even people who have, like, you know, money and resources to do it, and they don't do it, you know. For me, it's shocking you know, meeting people who are, like, you know, surprised that I've been to Hawaii, you know.
Right. Okay, good answer. And then Mick Boyle wants to know, what kind of weird conspiracies does George believe in? The same ones I do, Mick. You're pretty conspiratorial, aren't you? In a way, yeah. I mean, he likes to look at the same stuff we do. So, Spencer, look, what can I ask my son? Somebody asked Spencer a question.
I'll do my best to be interesting.
Yes, did you hear that? He'll do his best to be interesting. I hope you can hear I'm screaming. But somebody asked Spencer a question, and he'll do his best to be interesting. Okay, they're talking about yes, Pat Hacker, but the universe might. Pat Hacker pointed out that, the Prime Directive. Oh, Freighter Watcher just wants to ask you, I'm sorry, I have to ask Spencer, do you want to have children?
The concept sounds interesting. to, you know, have a little miniature version of yourself to indoctrinate with whatever ideals that you choose. But I believe that bringing a child into this troubled world would be more cruel than it would be good, especially with overpopulation issues and the fact that there are kids out there who should really be adopted before you go off having your own for your own narcissistic
So
pleasure.
you would adopt?
I'd rather adopt than have my own.
There you go. There's your answer. Spencer, did you select Peru because of
Yep.
Cuzco? I can't even say it.
Ayahuasca.
And Mahu Picchu something.
Machu Picchu.
Thank you. Spencer, what's your relationship like with Blaine? Spencer, what's your relationship like with Blaine? He seems like a real cool uncle.
Very cool guy. My relationship is sort of a yearly basis. He comes around, we have a ball, have dinner, and you know, basic uncle relationship. Well, you know, if he watches this, I guess I better make it sound a little better than that. He's a swell guy, solid guy, smart guy. Happy to have him in the gene pool.
Uncle Blaine considers you like a son.
That's really nice.
I mean, he said that, I'll tell you something about my brother. He said that that Paul, Spencer's actual father, really missed out on a terrific kid, you know, and all that jazz. He really loves Spencer.
My old boss at the same time.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, they're talking about Star Trek a little bit. Okay, Watcher says, LOL, so you're selfish, deny your mom an opportunity to corrupt another open mind about the we can still indoctrinate
Yeah, you can still indoctrinate
an adopted child.
Like, no matter what you do with that kid, you're still a good person. Like, I could, you know, babies kind of don't know anything, so I could just not do anything with the baby for a few years until it starts to know things, and then, you know, even if I wasn't the best dad in the world, I adopted a kid, I saved the kid, so that's a great thing.
Move up a little, George. It's George that I keep
I guess
having.
that's narcissistic.
Yes, it is. Now you're further out.
Well, George will just...
Well, now you have Spencer there, come on.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else happening here? Oh, George and I are going to judge a chili cook-off here at... We have to leave. Oh, Watcher, I have to go. Family stuff. So nice to chat with you all. Much love. Be well. Thanks for coming.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Oh, dear God. Can you see where he gets it? We're doing more of the... How did Spencer meet George? Go.
Well, I had been working at my club for about a month. I had made friends with some Croatians, and the Croatians left, leaving a foreign void in my life. When I met George down at the smoke pit, invited him to the room to have a Stella. George talked about the cruise ships, and then we really became friends when I had a couple of my friends from North come down to visit, and one day a friend of mine called me and said I'm out by the pool with George. Simply really a coworker at that time, and I was very surprised. And there was George, all covered in tanning oil, listening to his musical taste is sort of like just repetitive boom, 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 just drenched in tanning oil up there, having a ball. And from there out, I just thought, wow, what a strange individual. I must be friends with him. And then I brought him up here to avoid the Miami shelter.
Here you go. Somebody, yeah, Chuck, media advocate, Chuck. Yes, we tried to do the phone, twist it, but it told me to twist it back. Evidently, I must have had to press something. We tried to go landscape. We could not do it. Thank you, Jordan, very much.
We done goofed.
And yeah, everything's goofy, so that's okay. Has George, that was what I wondered too. St. Marie would like to know if you've ever had chili, what we're judging today. Have you ever eaten it?
Oh, yeah. In Mexico a few times, and in Europe as well, yeah.
Okay, good.
He's never had grape soda, though. That's something. Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering if I can't move it back any further. Maybe if you two move back, it'll come in better.
It's good, yeah.
That's good. Just lean in. All right. Because you're not in the thing. Spencer, something only with clothes and trusted friend. It's not easy stuff. What's that, George? What does this mean?
I don't know.
Ayahuasca.
That's the city.
No, it's some sort of
city. It's a
plant, isn't it?
Drug that you can only do in Peru. It's sort of like a tribal experience. It's an interesting thing, I think, it would be to do. Let's get
George, you have really become a member of the family there. Lisa loves you, and so do I. You look like my favorite Uncle John from back in the day, and you're a lot alike. My uncle was a chef, among other careers that he had.
That's actually his nickname down in Florida, Uncle John, but that's for different reasons.
Oh, stop it, Spencer. Anyhow, okay, 20 more minutes left of this crazy stuff. Somebody talks about the drug at length. B-U-R-R. I'm not sure. Oh, it's like LSD. Mark Damon's going to bed.
like
Mark, good night.
Good night, Mark.
Thank you for coming in.
Sweet dreams, fair prince.
Yes, came the dawn. It is a bright and beautiful day right here. They have not been flying in the skies and injecting the aerosol ingredients. So it's a blue sky today, which is always delightful.
Always a delight.
Dead air. We can't have dead air.
I don't like dead air.
Okay, why are you waiting for dark to leave, Spencer, from Pat Hacker?
Why am I waiting for what?
To leave at dark.
Well, when you're driving 23 hours, the trick is you're going to be tired at night no matter what. So after about 12 hours, when the sun starts to come up, you're already very tired, but you will be less tired because then the rest of the drive is in the daylight. So it's sort of my dad actually.
Yeah, it's a family tradition. His father used to do that. LSD is light compared to whatever that stuff is. It has left many people floating for a looming time afterward. Holy Ghost, Nicholas.
Many people.
Nicholas is concerned. He's a concerned person. I just caught a flu, but I'm trying to exercise the flu way. It usually works well. Well, that's interesting. Came the dawn. Yes, I'm glad Mark made it because it's... What time is it in England? 7 hours ahead?
5 hours.
5 hours. Okay.
8 o'clock, I think.
What time is it in Poland?
6 hours more.
6 hours ahead.
Well, there you know that little bit of information, ladies and
Same
gentlemen.
with Croatia. It's always also 6 hours ahead.
It's about like 9 o'clock.
From what I hear, mushrooms are the way to go. That's right, Freethinker. I can admit freely I've done mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a couple times, and not until like I was 50.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the one time it was New Year's Eve, and Aunt Liz lived with us, and I got some mushrooms, and I'd never done them. Oh my God, Spencer drove me downtown. Downtown's literally 2 miles away.
I thought it took an hour.
I thought it took an hour. It was crazy. Liz did not know I did the mushrooms. So that was here. I'll let you see me for the story. Hi there. I'm gonna hold the phone for a minute. Yeah, Aunt Liz did not know that I had done the mushrooms. She just thought that I had a little bit too much champagne or something. How's that?
Yeah, which is a very similar reaction.
Shrooms are so much easier to deal with compared to that stuff I can't pronounce.
Ayahuasca.
I've heard of that ayahuasca from
Ayahuasca.
whatever it's called. Here,
Ayahuasca.
take this for a minute or something, Spencer. Just, okay, you don't have to. Sorry, that was fun.
That was fun.
Okay, George is completely out of the scene. George, you're going to have to move in. It's all Spencer all the time. You're still not in. There we go. Let's see. Caution, slippery when wet says, sovereign citizen now, I do not consent to contract law. Jay Galt, are you here? Jay Galt's into that too, but I don't really know what a sovereign citizen is, do you?
No,
We don't know what it means. Can you tell us what that means, anybody? I've heard Jay Galt's into it. I don't know if he left, though. Whoever's arriving, please press like. Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's
Pat
Zoe here as
Hacker.
well.
Pat Hacker.
Look at that.
Why nature made it possible to smoke mushrooms is a mystery. I don't think you smoke them, came the dawn. Do you?
Oh, you can. I know people who have.
Oh, okay. Pat Hacker says the Bundys are sovereign citizens. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Look, the
I like
Bundys
it.
confuse me. But that's okay. I know he does, Freethinker. Caution likes to delete his own comments. He is my chat husband. Caution, I wish you'd tell me what happened on that other chat, but maybe not. Yeah, Zoe's in love with George. It's very cute. She came to visit him the other night. Pat Hacker loves her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 15 more minutes of this merriment, or we could end early. Do you have any more questions or comments? Anyone? Anyone? Question or comment for my offspring or George? Or both?
My offspring.
Yeah, or Spencer's offspring. What?
I adopted, like I said.
Okay. Is Spencer married or question? He wants to know if you're gay.
I am not gay. Although I do get that a lot. I take it as a compliment. It means I have a superior sense of style. Sort of a European Floridian thing.
Oh my God, did you hear that, Nicholas? St. Marie says she hopes you have a nice trip home. And haven't lost everything. Pan Hacker says, Bundy brothers love local sheriffs and think they hold more power than the president or God. Well, that's interesting. Nicholas says he doesn't care if you're gay or not. He's easy, LOL. Actually, the LOL was first. Good Lord, Nicholas, simmer down. This is my offspring. Freethinker calls Nico shameless. He's shameless. Hey, I have an idea real quick. We can have a taste of what's going to happen tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow at 2:30, we're going to do Name That Tune, but I'm not going to call it that. It's going to be called something else. And I have country western choices, other, classic rock, and I think for caution, I added a category rhythm and blues. Mars is over next door. I'm going to throw out one of these right now. Let's try one. Let's try one for fun. Freethinker, pick a category and a number. Category is country western, classic rock, other, or rhythm and blues. Oh wait, here we go. We're back to Media Advocate. His real name is Chuck, has a question. We won't do the game then. George, on the topic of Islamic rape gangs in the EU, I thought it was more of a fringe topic. I didn't expect him to know exactly what I was referring to. Okay, yeah, classic rock.
Never ceases to amaze.
He doesn't cease to amaze. Okay, Freethinker, classic rock. What number do you want? 1 through 10. We're going to use the same number tomorrow, so everybody pay attention. Number 5. Okay, here goes. I'm going to say the lyrics. You're going to name the song. Freedom on my mind. Carry me away for the last time. Dead silence. We can't have that. Look at Zoe. George is partially in the picture. This is the most hilarious video I've done. Nope. Caution, that's wrong. It's not Willie Nelson. It is Freedom on My Mind, Carry Me Away for the Last Time. Does anybody know? Your Eye Colors is here. Say hello to Your Eye Colors. Denmark.
Hello there, Your Eye Colors from Denmark.
Have you ever been to Denmark, George?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Eye Colors says, hi, all you snackish people. Have a great lounge. I am with my children, so I will not stay. Just sending some love. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, the answer to that question is Boston. Hitch a ride, ladies and gentlemen. That just gives you a taste. Okay, you know what we're going to do, I think? I think we're going to go ahead and just wind this up because George and I have to go to that chili cook-off. So, I'll just have Spencer say his closing words.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure for me. I hope it's been as wonderful for you as it was for me to appear on this wonderful show that my mother does here. Keep on coming back. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Down there, I see a lot of people do that.
Yes.
Keep it real. Leave labels at the door. Go crazy.
Okay. Now, is George in that frame?
Yeah, George.
Yeah. So same thing in here. You know, I hope you all gonna have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us.
So he's unhappy.
And yeah.
Put her down.
She's unhappy. Okay.
See
thanks.
you next time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, finally you get to see me, the hostess. Oh my God, up close and personal. Okay, Spencer, you're so sweet. You are too, George. We're going to sign off now because George and I have to prepare. It'll give us more time.
I have to do laundry.
Pat Hacker made a stew in the crock pot today. George never used a crock pot before. He was all excited. It was beautiful. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Please join me, join others, drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door and research before you judge. And of course, Nicholas Miller is going by Spencer.
Goodbye.
There we go. Okay, goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye now.
Toodaloo.
See you tomorrow at 2:30 for the game.
The game.
No labels. Love you. Bye.
Peace.
Just want to wave my finger.
All right.